Hi, good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
I thought a couple more people would be here already, but it's Monday. Okay, so we're going to do a little safety meeting on falling objects. So we talk a lot about fall prevention in the construction industry, and when we do, we usually talk about keeping workers from falling. Today we're going to discuss hazards of falling objects. Okay. So whenever you work on a ladder, scaffolding, roof, up in an attic, any kind of second level or higher, even a step stool, anything that you drop could obviously hurt someone below. You have to get your work done without dropping anything on anyone. So even if you drop something and it doesn't hurt a coworker, you still lose time because you obviously have to go back and either clean a mess, go back down and pick it up. You know, it's there's more to it than that. You can also damage your tools or damage your equipment. And so you have to take action if you're going to eliminate falling objects, and here's 4 places that you can start. So first of all, using a tool belt. Take time to think about how to get your tools and materials to your workspace safely. When you're climbing a ladder, secure tools in your tool belt. It's a mistake to climb a ladder while holding tools in your hand. Not only could the tools fall, but you could also lose your grip on the ladder, and then you could fall as well. So some tools and materials are too big for your tool belt, so don't carry them up the ladder. Use a bucket to hoist them to the top after you climb up. Don't let anyone stand under the bucket, obviously. Using a tether. Think about how to keep items from falling. So when you're working at heights, tie tools down. Small tools like pliers or hammers can be tethered to your wrist or to your waist. Tether tools heavier than 5 pounds to either scaffolding or a solid anchorage point, like up in an attic you have, you know, tons of 2x4s up there and so on. Use caution when you hand a tool to a coworker. It's a good idea to pass the tether first, so the tool is always secure. And then all building material that are used or stored at heights have to be secured so a gust of wind or a storm doesn't blow them away and cause a disaster. So toe boards. When workers below you are exposed to falling objects, OSHA requires your work platform to have a toe board. Toe board should be 3.5 inches tall and be able to withstand a force of 50 pounds. Exclusion zones. Keep people out of areas where things might fall on them. So understand that the exclusion zone may not keep everyone safe, but the higher the work area, the wider the danger zone. A dropped tool or piece of equipment may not fall straight down into the exclusion zone, so when an object falls a long distance, it's more likely to hit something, like scaffolding or the building, and ricochet. So objects falling from high up and may land across the street or even further away. Protect coworkers and bystanders. So how do you guys think is the best way to do that? If you guys are up on a building, because we do work on buildings obviously for HVAC more than plumbing, but how do you cordon off that zone? What's the best way? That safety zone. Anybody?
Communication.
Okay, cordon it off, like using caution tape, using cones, using, you know, something so people know that there's something going on and they can kind of stay out of it, right? So drop from 50 to 100 feet, tools and materials like wrenches, hammers, or bolts can reach speeds of 40 to 60 miles per hour. So this means that if you drop an 8-pound hammer from 50 feet, it'll hit the ground with almost 3/4 of a ton of force. If that hammer hits a coworker, hard hat or not, he or she is going to be severely injured or killed. And that's with wearing a hard hat even, right?
But you should always wear a hard hat.
You should all,
That's like
if you're working, yeah, if you're working down below, for sure, we should be wearing, you know,
Makes sense.
in that type of zone. I mean, people don't realize, you know, it goes down at a certain speed, but, you know, whatever gravity is, it doesn't matter if it's a grape or a watermelon, right? They're both going to go down the same speed. But if you have a hammer that's made of steel and it hits compared to a grape, and the grape might splat by itself, unlike your, you know, of course your head's like a grape when the hammer hits it, right? So, anyway, I have a couple of questions. So true or false? You should tether tools heavier than 5 pounds to your wrist or your waist.
True.
No, false. Less than 5 pounds, not heavier. If it's more than 5 pounds, you use a bucket, remember? Right? Which of the following can help you avoid dropping objects on workers below when you work on a ladder? A, holding tools in your hand as you climb the ladder. B, securing tools in your tool belt. C, carrying large items up the ladder slowly and carefully. Or D, asking a coworker to stand under the bucket when you hoist up tools.
B.
B, securing tools in your tool belt. Okay? When using tethered tools, what is the safest way to hand a tool to a coworker? A, using the tether to swing the tool to them. B, separating the tether from the tool and handing both at the same time. C, passing the tool first and then the tether. Or D, passing the tether first so the tool is always secure. The last one, right?
Yeah.
So the tether first, so while you're holding on to the tool, and then they can lift up the tool. Okay? Which of the following statement about exclusion zones is correct? An exclusion zone may not keep everyone safe. The higher the work area, the wider the danger zone. A dropped tool may not fall straight down into the exclusion zone, or D, all the above. I would hope you guys got that one, all the above. Okay, toe boards should be 50 inches tall and able to withstand a force of 3.5 pounds. Opposite, right? It should be 50 pounds and 3.5 inches tall. All right. So that's basically the safety meeting. I'll have you guys go ahead and sign that you're here, put your name and all good stuff on that on the bottom. All right. I try to do these every week, at least one, just to kind of keep us in the groove. You're supposed to have regular safety meetings per OSHA anyway. So if everyone's not here, that's another reason I videotape, so that those can see who weren't here. All right, well, so happy Veterans Day for anybody who has veterans in their family or are veterans. Thank you for their service.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you for your service.
No problem. So I'm actually going to leave early today, probably. Kevin's going to come in late. Him and Tina were camping, and I think they're coming in. He's going to be here a little earlier than she will, but either way, I know that Iggy's job that he was on last week with the water heaters, we can't get in there because of Veterans Day, because they're closed. I mean, that community doesn't allow people doing work unless it's a serious emergency type of thing. So that'll go on tomorrow, Iggy.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys know, what you're doing with Sarah today with the shower valves and all that. I saw that on the board. There's not a whole lot, there's a lot of stuff that's not going on right now. So anybody who is not doing anything throughout the day are, welcome to if they would like to. They'll get paid the $15 an hour for the commission people and whatever your regular rate is if you guys hand out flyers in the communities. That we have the hydronics that are up in the front. So if you want to do that, I'm not requiring anybody to do that. If you don't like doing that, fine. But if you do it, make sure that it goes on the front porch or front door and not in the back where they can fall off and things like that. Thank you. So we end up getting the community's mad at us because people open the garage doors. They have to get out of their car. As soon as they open the garage door, it falls down, that kind of thing. So we want to be able to, when they go to the front door, then they see it, they can pick it up. And if you happen to see somebody, we're not expecting anyone to be anything more than what you would be when you go to a customer's door. Someone brand new that you meet, you introduce yourself, hi, I'm Brett, Kalka, I'm Sarah, Kalka, blah, blah, blah. Just handing off some information that we do hydronics in your neighborhood. If you happen to need anything, here we are for you. That's it. You don't have to sell anything. I'm not asking you to be a door-to-door, vacuum salesman. It's just giving them information that we do that type of work in their neighborhood. Feel free to give us a call if you have any problems with your system. Because there's not very many people that work on hydronics, plumbers or HVAC people. So we're trying to get that little niche or niche, however you want to pronounce it. So anyway, that's, for today, that's going to be, I know there's a lot more stuff that's going to be on the board tomorrow that's not even on the board yet tomorrow because we have your guys' stuff that's got to be finished up. We have the job that you started on Iggy that you guys were on, and then Brett actually dug the trench. That's gotta be done tomorrow. We can't do it today, but we can do that tomorrow. So there's still work to be done that's not even on the schedule for tomorrow. So it'll be a lot busier day tomorrow. But, Sarah, do you guys wanna take one of the apprentices with you, or do you guys just wanna knock it out yourselves? I figure so, it's not,
Because if we take an apprentice, then
it's gonna
we're
take more
knock out-
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 4 hours.
Okay,
We're all, for both of us, we'll do 6 hours, we got a full day.
okay. All right, guys, anybody have anything? Please make sure you get all your payroll stuff filled out so I can get that going. That's why, one of the other reasons I came in. This is William. William's an HVAC tech. He's been to one of the longer schools and also been working for another company in the process, getting all the certifications and everything. So I'm gonna have him in some training today on Service Titan. That's gonna pretty much be your focus today, so you kind of learn that, William. And then tomorrow you'll probably be going with Kevin.
Great.
So, but other than that, I gotta do payroll, I gotta get payroll going, and then after that I'll probably leave early. If you guys need me, I'm still available, I just won't be in the office the whole day. Okay. All right, guys, let's go do it.